Hey, I am Dr. Rachelle Rogers-Ard and super excited to have this opportunity to talk a little bit about the work that I hold and why I am holding that particular work. Um, the first thing I want to say is it's really weird for me to think of um, the ways in which I have this through line through my work. So I'm really, really excited to have this opportunity to sort of share for a moment. My work is in four sort of interesting intersecting areas. I think the first is certainly this notion of fighting against racism, and I do that through training and developing others to continue that fight. Also, a lot of work around organizational development, values, employee retention, and certainly looking out for those employees who are furthest from power. And then I'm very pleased to do a lot of work around coaching and specifically with school leaders, district leaders, nonprofit leaders to really share in the ways um, that they are struggling to, for many of these very important leaders that are struggling to figure out not just their work, but how to motivate others to do their work, right? And then finally, my work with Black women. A huge part of my work is to create unapologetic spaces for Black women, and I call those BW3L, Black Women Life, Love, and Leadership, to help them, number one, feel less alone. Number two, to understand that the things that they're experiencing are usually rooted in systemic racism, and that there are ways and strategies to mitigate some of those things. When I think about authenticity and I think about the way that it pulls everything together, it leaves a space for me to do some writing. And one of the things that I've done is I've done a fair amount of writing around race and teacher development, and then have recently started to write about what does it mean to be a Black woman in these spaces. And so I'm most excited about a chapter that I have coming out in an edited book that is around life, love, and leadership. And it really delves into my work experience that I had and the ways in which I found strategies to navigate that. So the way that my authenticity is growing, I am now ready to share some of the journeys and some of the lessons learned. I'm excited to share with all of you and then some of the work that I've been holding, some of the ways that I'm trying to move, and also some of the lessons learned. So thanks so much for this opportunity. I'm Rachelle Rogers-Ard. Check me out on all things social, RachelleRogersArt.com and Instagram and all the things.